On the news, President Bola Tinubu inaugurates board management of NNPCL. Appeal Court affirms Fintiri as Adamawa State Governor. And medical doctors threaten strike over salary review. It's glad to have you join us on News Now on TV 360 Nigeria. I'm Tamilore Akinkwole. President Bola Tinubu has officially inaugurated the Board of Directors of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, in Abuja. The inauguration took place on Monday following President Tinubu's approval of a new board and management team for the NNPCL effective from December 1st, 2023. The appointment of the board members aligns with Section 59, subsection 2 of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021. The appointed individuals include Pius Akinyelure as the non-executive board chairman, Malik Yari as the group chief executive officer, and Umar Issa as the chief financial officer.
We are working hard, and sincerely, the chief executive of NNPCL is doing everything that I know. But this is to warn all of us that corporate responsibility too will add to the devastating effect of environmental problems. Niger Delta must be seen as the goose that lays the golden egg. I must treat that community with deserved respect and care. But warning to the new board too is the fact that this is not business as usual. It's not. Your appointment is not cake sharing. It's for the welfare of the nation. We have to mitigate all challenges and put incentive there to produce more gas. The members of our members of cabinet and your good self should sit as a team and look at what can we do differently. There's so many ways to skin a cat. What can we do differently to bring up profitability, production, high level, and good governance, which is the key performance indicator. It is all in your hands. I will work with you in every way possible, but there could be sudden dissolution of the board too if no performance indicator is exceptional.
We are aware of efforts that have been made in the past, but we believe additional efforts should be made to curtail and make it unattractive to these guys that are stealing our oil. We would therefore appeal to Mr. President that the security architecture should be re-examined in a way that it will make sure that there's adequate punishment for all these people that are still stealing the oil.
And reports reaching us as it's that President Bola Tinubu is right now in a closed-door meeting with the Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, former Governor of Rivers State, Peter Odili, and some other stakeholders. The President had earlier in the day met with the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, in what is believed to be an effort in finding a lasting solution to the ongoing political tussle between the minister and his successor, Siminalayi Fubara. Meanwhile, a federal high court in Abuja has issued an order prohibiting the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from organizing by-elections to fill the vacant seat of 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. The controversy stems from the declaration of the seat as vacant by a factional speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Edison Ayi, who took this action following the defection of the lawmakers from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressive Congress (APC). Justice Donatus Okoro's interim ruling has restrained INEC and the Rivers Parliament from declaring the seat vacant or taking any step to declare the seat of the 27 lawmakers vacant. The judge further granted an interim injunction restraining INEC from conducting fresh elections to fill the seat pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. Minister of Labour and Employment Simon LALONG has tendered his resignation letter to President Bola Tinubu to enable him to move to the Senate as a lawmaker. The Court of Appeal had affirmed the former governor as the winner of Plateau South Senatorial District election conducted in February 2023, and he has since been issued a certificate of return by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Our correspondent Chidi Igwe has more details.
On the 7th of November, the Court of Appeal in Abuja affirmed the judgment of the Election Tribunal, which sacked Bali Napoleon of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Now, Bali had won the Plateau South senatorial election, but the court nullified his elections and that of some elected PDP lawmakers in the states and national assemblies for disobeying court orders on the primaries organized by the PDP that produced Bali and others. Also following the appeal court's decision, Samuel LALONG was issued a certificate of return by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). His 3-month sojourn as the Federal Executive Council member ends as the first person to leave President Tinubu's cabinet. He is not new to lawmaking, as he was the Speaker of Plateau State's House of Assembly from the year 2000 to 2006, making him the longest-serving Speaker of the state. Meanwhile, politicians from Plateau State are already appealing to President Tinubu to appoint LALONG's replacement from Plateau Central Senatorial Zone in the interest of equity. Chidi Igwe, TV360 News, Lagos.
In a significant announcement made during the 2024 Budget Defense meeting with the National Assembly Joint Committee on Environment, Minister of Environment Balarabe Lawal unveiled a strategic plan aimed at addressing the critical issue of the shrinking lake chart. Lawal outlined a comprehensive approach, revealing plans to draw water from larger water bodies in neighboring countries and channel it into Lake Chad. Emphasizing the importance of proactive measures, the minister also highlighted the ministry's commitment to monitoring rainfall patterns as part of its efforts to alleviate flooding.
The issue of pension floods all over the country. We are trying to come up with so many new structures of trying to address these issues. For example, we are looking at the issue of harvesting rain. We are talking with some areas that have done that successfully. So that is coming in this year's budget, that try to see that we trap the rain instead of allowing the rain to flood and destroy our farms, destroy our houses, destroy our shops. We are trying to find ways and means of trapping that rain in a way that it will not do that damage, so we can now transform that calamity into prosperity. We're also looking at the issue of coastal erosions. We're looking at the issue of trying to re-engineer Lake Chad, for example. That has been going on for a long time. So this budget is looking categorically and trying to draw water from other parts of African countries to try to refill Lake Chad, Mr. Chairman. So these are the biggest issues that we're looking at, and that's why we need to have a lot of money in the area of climate change and in the area of agriculture. We have signed a lot of, we are going to sign a lot of other engagement with some international organizations, particularly FAO and the World Bank.
So for us, and for me, and the Committee of Environment in the House of Representatives, our mission is to ensure that the budget we are going to pass today is a budget that will have an impact on our environment at the end of 2024.
Back to judicial matters, the Court of Appeal in Abuja has upheld Ahmadu Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as the governor of Adamawa State. This decision comes after the court dismissed the appeal of Aishatu Binani of the All Progressive Congress (APC), deeming it lacking in merit. The judgment, prepared by Justice Tunde Awotoye and delivered by Justice Eboibi Echobi on Monday, not only affirmed Fintiri's position as governor, but also awarded the cost of 500,000 in favor of Fintiri and the People's Democratic Party against Binani. The appellate court expressed disapproval of the premature announcement of the election outcome by the Resident Electoral Commission, Udu Ari. The court also considered Binani's appeal as being plagued by several shortcomings and irregularities. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has revealed plans to conduct rerun election in 34 constituencies in February 2024. Chairman of INEC Mahmood Yakubu made this disclosure during an extraordinary consultative meeting with political parties. According to the electoral body MSMAN, the purpose of the meeting was to inform party leaders about the rerun election, which has been necessitated by court orders, and the need to fill vacancies resulting from death or resignation of members of the National Assembly and State House of Assemblies.
The Commission will conduct elections to fill vacancies in the National and State Assembly constituencies. The Commission is looking at the first week of February 2024, that is in just a little over 1 month, to conduct both the rerun and by-elections. At the end of this consultative meeting, the Commission will meet to review preparations and announce a definite date, including the detailed timetable and schedule of activities for the elections. Full delimitation details, including locations, number of polling units, registered voters, and permanent voters' cards collected in each constituency, will be uploaded to our website for public information.
The Nigerian Medical Association has given the federal government till January 31, 2024 to meet its demand of risk industrial action in the health sector. The president of the NMA, Uche Ojema, who issued the ultimatum after the association's National Executive Council meeting in Abuja on Sunday, asked the government to implement the upward review of the consolidated medical salary structure. Our correspondent, Simisola Adigun, has more on the story.
In July, the federal government had approved the payment of 25,000 naira peculiar allowance for medical doctors and dentists in hospitals, medical centers and clinics in the federal public service. Ojema had said while the association was grateful that the government had taken a step regarding one of its agreements, it awaited the full implementation of the agreements they had. He also urged the government to implement the newly approved accruement allowance with arrears from June 2022 because the association can no longer guarantee industrial harmony after the ultimatum if the government fails to meet its demand. Recall that in August, the National Association of Resident Doctors (NARD) had called off a 3-week strike to press for a pay raise after the removal of subsidy on petrol after meeting the President of the Senate. Simisola Adigun, TV 360 News.
And in continuation of its corporate social responsibility effort, the non-governmental association, the New Dawn for Development Initiative, has reported significant progress in its project to provide accommodation and shelter for the vulnerable and less privileged individuals. President of the foundation, Titilayo Christiana, shared this update during an exemplary award-giving and empowerment event in Abuja. She alerted that the initiative was conceived with the primary goal of removing youth from the street and recognizing the importance of offering stable housing to the vulnerable population.
Some of the experiences we have is that after training these are youth, vulnerable ones, disabled, widows, and so on and so forth, through our skill acquisition program, many still go back to the streets as a result of inadequate empowerment. This is one of the reasons this event is organized to enable NDFD seek your support as partners. This task is enormous, but with support from many of you present here, we can accomplish so much.
Heard someone saying those who are the disabled and disabilities, and then you now begin to ask a question. Truly, is it those who cannot walk properly that you call them the disabled? Or is it those who cannot run like others? No, what makes a man is in his brain. The physical might be a little bit challenged, but that does not mean that they cannot do what those who can run fast and do everything, they can even do better than them.
Number of lives that one touches, that's what gives me joy. That's what I want to remember from my citation. You can see from my community now, I know what we do. I want to assure the House, on behalf of myself and the Yoruba community, who will obviously partner with this organization. We will do our best, but to us, we don't give money, but give us number of people that want us to touch their lives, then we'll do that for you.
The Akwa Ibom State Police commanders arrested barrister Ekere Sunday Ebong. According to a statement released by the Akwa Ibom Police Command, the suspect was seen in a video that went viral assaulting his wife, dehumanizing her, leading to various grievous injuries. The Commissioner of Police, Olatoye Durosimi, ordered the arrest of the suspect to prevent murder and breakdown of law and order. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Bar Association and Akwa Ibom State Government have also issued statements condemning Ekere's behavior and promising to get justice for the victim. We'll take a break, but still to come, President El-Sisi declared victorious in Egypt's election. Details of the story right after this break.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
Wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. A quick recap of our top stories. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has upheld Ahmadu Fintidi of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as the governor of Adamawa State. The judgment prepared by Justice Tunde Awotoye and delivered by Justice Ebowie Tobi on Monday not only affirmed Fintidi's position as governor, but also awarded the cost of 500,000 naira in favor of Fintidi and the People's Democratic Party against Binani. We also told you that the Nigerian Medical Association has given the federal government till January 31st, 2024 to meet its demand of risk industrial action in the health sector. The president of the NMA, Uche Ojima, who issued the ultimatum after the association's National Executive Council meeting in Abuja, asked the government to implement the upward review of the consolidated medical salary structure. Now, in case you missed any of the news bulletin or for more updates, you can catch us on Limas World TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're TV360 Online. It's now time for business news. Let's now join Simisola Adigun for the latest. Over to you, Simi.
Thank you very much, Tamilore. Welcome to Business News. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commissioned a newly constructed middle-level food agro-hub located at Idioro in Mushin area of the state. The food hub is established as one of the solutions to the challenge of food insecurity and sustainability plaguing the country. The governor also announced a market palliative scheme at the event for struggling traders across the 57 local government areas of the state.
This facility, the first in the state, heralds a turning point in the state food distribution system. The food system transformation agenda was adopted as a measure to improve our current system, which is undated by wastages, post-harvest losses, traffic congestion, and other inefficiencies that result in losses of over 50% sometimes of agricultural produce, especially perishable goods and vegetables. This transformation journey is hinged on our 5-year agricultural food systems roadmap, 2021 to 2026. This roadmap reflects our passionate commitment to boosting food production, processing, and marketing. The roadmap sets the stage for direct interventions, strategic collaboration, and establishment of linkages with the private sector, with various financial institutions, foreign investors, and multilateral agencies.
Nigeria and Saudi Arabia will do business that will expand the two nations' hospitality sector through a recent bilateral agreement signed in the kingdom. Speaking exclusively to TV360 Nigeria on the sidelines of a 2-day Bashaya event in Saudi Arabia, the chief executive officer of the Diriyah Gate Development Authority, which is responsible for the development of the Diriyah UNESCO World Heritage Site, Jerry Nzarilo, says Nigeria is one of Diriyah's partners in promoting a mutually beneficial tourism sector.
You know, I have to praise the Minister of Tourism from Nigeria, who had some wonderful meetings with our Ministry of Tourism, because, you know, we're having very, very important conversations now about bilaterals to open up additional airlift between Nigeria and the kingdom. This will do a lot for mutual Southeast to Nigeria and Nigeria here. We also are doing business with 3 or 4 Nigerian companies in Diriyah. So now there's a lot of opportunity, and we're seeing Nigerian businessmen. Our wonderful His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, who's our Minister of Energy, has constantly praised this relationship with his counterparts in Nigeria. So from a business point of view, there's a lot of agreements. Now, what we're doing is tourism has already started. We opened up the UNESCO site last December, and we opened up our food and beverage division, ABUJA. They're both generating a lot of revenue now. And Diriyah, which is a $63 billion property, I'm very confident in a few short years we'll list the company, because our revenues are very good, and the project is meant by 2030 to be self-sufficient in terms of its profitability.
We'll take a short break here. A review of the stock market is up next. Do stay with us. As trading opened on Monday, analysts were of the view that the market may react to the newly released inflation figure of 28.20% for November, and investors may take positions ahead of the release of corporate earnings reports. The move paid off for investors as the market recorded its first gain of the week at 0.02%, with a current market capitalization of 39.6 trillion naira. However, market breadth was quite low, with 18 gainers and 33 losers. thanks to Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank and John Holt. Both equities lead the gainers with a 9.93% and 9.87% share price appreciation respectively. Now, compared with the previous NGX trading day, Friday, December 15, Monday's data showed 6% improvement in volume, 33% decline in turnover, but 12% improvement in deals. Now, it's a mixed trading day for foreign stocks. Britain's FTSE 100 climbed on Monday as heavyweight energy stocks rose, tracking strength in crude oil prices. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose after key housing data as the Federal Reserve potentially moves towards cutting interest rates from hiking them. Asia's major stock indexes, which is the Nikkei, saw a subdued start to the week with investors' risk appetite low amid a downbeat global economic picture. That's all on business and stock market report. Back to you, Tamilore.
Thank you, Simi. Now, on the global scene, Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has been declared the winner of the third six-year term with a substantial 89.6% of the vote, as announced by the Electoral Commission. The former army chief faced three relatively unknown candidates, with the runner-up securing a mere 4.5%. The leading opposition candidate Ahmed Tantawi withdrew from the race months before the poll, citing intimidation and violence against his campaign camp. President Sisi's first assumed office in 2014, a year after orchestrating the military overthrow of his predecessor Mohamed Morsi. He secured a re-election in 2018. With this latest victory, Sisi is set to remain in power until 2029. And finally, in sports, Nigeria's Eniola Bolaji continues to showcase a dominance in para badminton, securing qualification for the Paralympics in Paris next year. At the 5th Plaza Dubai Para Badminton International 2023, Bolaji claimed the gold medal in women's singles in the SL3 category, defeating the world's number 5, 3, and 1. Our unbeaten streak in 2023 began with winning the Uganda International 2023 and achieving 3 gold medals at the Africa Para Badminton Championship in Kampala, Uganda. And that's all we can take on news now at the moment. Thank you for watching. I'm Tamilore Akinkulie. Bye for now.